What's going on, people? Welcome to the player rating show after a shit show against Wolves, really. Like we said in the fan cams, all the hype was around Bruno Fernandes. But what we all knew as Manchester United fans, and you lot sitting at home as well, is that you can't just get one player in of Bruno Fernandes' caliber, yes, and wave a wand and expect us to just change style of play. So, without any further ado, we'll start with you, Miles, furthest to my left, David De Gea.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't say he had like loads to do, but there were times where Wolves were really trying to get that first goal until they, started sitting back and giving us the ball. One thing of note with De Gea was when I think they were offside in the end, but he made a crucial save. I can't remember who it was, but he made a crucial save because he couldn't just like leave it and knowing he was offside, he had to make that save, and it's really, really good he did. But yeah, I thought he was.
Forget he's had a save as well.
I was about to say that the one where it looped over, yeah. So it was crucial because he's not been very strong as of late and whatnot, and we've been talking about that. But he punched that ball clear and he got clattered at the same time. So I think he had a decent game today. But again, he didn't have loads to do. So I'll give him a 6.
Okay. 6, fair enough. He had that save from Raul Jimenez as well, which was the ball wasn't it was in play, so that was a good save. 6 for that. Yeah, everyone agree with that. Right back, Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka first half, defensively decent. I've even know that Jota and Johnny were doubling up on him, and Mata wasn't tracking back, trying to help because Fred, that was the only defensive midfielder we had today, was going on the other side helping out Shaw. So he was left exposed between two clever footballers, Johnny and Jota. So in the first half, he got caught a couple of times. And going forward in that first half, he was absolutely abysmal.
Kept giving the ball away, didn't he?
Kept giving the ball away, kept being lackadaisical. Looks like he's almost burnt out as well. He looks like, honestly, he needs rest. And I can say that for most players in the team today. But in the second half, he improved. And he worked out he put the best ball in the last 89th minute. He put the best ball in. But guess what? It's a right back that's attacking a ball. Right, as a left winger. A right back is been bought on by Ollie, right, to play left wing, and he's found himself centrally and headed. But
remember this rating's about Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka is shocking, bro. I'm so angry.
You got to stick to the player.
Wan-Bissaka improved second half, but today he gets the lowest ratings he'll ever get from me, a 5.
Do you lot agree with that? Is there anything standing out?
I think I would have given him a 6 because in the second half I thought he improved on, but there's not much difference. But I give him a 6.
What are you saying, 6 or a 5?
No, I'll give him a 5 to his standards. It was.
Miles, did you go over 5 or a 6?
I give him a 6 because defensively he made some really good challenges, but attacking he's poor. Yeah,
there was one time tripped over his feet, like not tripped over his feet, but he kind of had it, then he left it, and then it just went out. But he did put it right on the button for the lot, and we should have been talking about a goal right at the death. But 5 or a 6, you guys let us know. Lindelof,
I thought solid. I thought him and Maguire. For me, Maguire's the man of the match for me, but Lindelof, I thought today kept Jimenez at bay. I felt first half he kept going the ball away and he wasn't in the right position. Positionally wasn't very great, but I thought if you look at all over today, I think defensively wasn't the issue today. It was going forward. Yeah, and defensively, I thought we kept that shape. I think they had moments where they hurt us on a break, but I thought positionally they were all spot on today. I think he gets a 7 from me because they kept clean sheet, and I felt they were commanding for large parts of the game. For me,
and that's stepping in front of people to get it. Or there was a time when I think the ball's in it, I thought, he's going to head this, and just brought it down, and he played.
Brought him down and played. Yeah, I think what I like about it as well, he gets the ball quick to the opponents. Yeah. For me, I don't know why he don't play centre defensive mid. I feel like we need to try it, man. Play centre defensive mid because he can give the ball quick, man. I don't know why.
You think Harry Maguire centre mid? CDM.
I think Lindelof can play centre defensive mid. I don't know.
Oh, Lindelof. Oh yeah, we're on Lindelof. Sorry, not Maguire. I was on Maguire. Even though I asked you Lindelof.
Yeah, but I think Lindelof can play centre defensive mid. I think we should try it. Play against Chelsea centre defensive mid. Let Bruno Fernandes go up front. So you play Fred and Lindelof in centre defensive mid, and you go let Bruno Fernandes do his thing.
Okay. Do you not agree with that with Lindelof getting a 7?
You know what? I would give him a 6 because there were times where he was fishing and giving away stupid fouls when we would try to get the impetus in the game. And you know what? And the times that he was fouling Jimenez where he don't need to, he's not going anywhere. He's near a touchline. Leave him alone and wait for Fred to come close to you because he's not going anywhere. Just cover. Just jockey him.
Okay.
He's frustrated. He wants the ball all the time. To me, a 6 for me.
And Aaron was given a 6 there as well. 6. Miles, you.
I agree with
2 7s and a 6 there. Maguire.
I thought he was solid today as well. He Beckenbauer. He cleared everything he had to clear. There was times where Wolves played long balls and he just quickly stepped in front of Jimenez, whoever was up front, and just chested it down and played from the back. And it was really good, man. I thought it was a solid 7 today for me. Very good. Very good.
I agree with that. I thought Maguire was good. When I was talking about the guy who chesting it down and playing, it was Maguire. It wasn't Lindelof, my bad.
You know what? I've been one of his harshest critics, but today I watched him. He gets an 8 from me today.
Wow.
He gets an 8 from me.
I'm sorry, yeah, you're pushing that, yeah?
Nah, listen, you know what?
You've been talking to him off camera now, yeah?
He's not been talking to me. Trust me. Today, the fan cam was on him mainly. But today, he was aggressive when he needed to be. He played the ball when he needed to be. He was keeping in line. My biggest thing was that he was positioning. The past goals that we've conceded in the last 3 or 4 games is that he's been keeping people on side. Today, he was making sure he's in line with the rest of his defenders. Because obviously, Wan-Bissaka and Shaw, whoever plays out on the right-hand side, they go forward. And Lindelof, so he was keeping an eye and keeping in line. But other than that, he was very aggressive. Because you have to be against this team. You have to be super aggressive, and he had the authority and the leadership, and that's what I wanted to see. So today I give him an 8. Because you know what, when the players play well, I give it him. I have no agenda. I give it him.
Fair enough. So 8 is quite high there for you. That's good. Miles, back to you. Okay, fair enough. I know we'll get to the other ones. Luke Shaw.
Oh yeah, damn. Yeah, I'm a bit like I don't know why Williams wasn't playing or whatnot, but okay, Luke Shaw, came in and did a decent-ish job, I think. He attacked a bit more, and he did his best against Traore, but yeah, I mean, no one can handle Traore like that, really. So in some defensive, I can't remember too much, like in terms of his defensive capabilities, him doing that great. But I think in the attacking positions, he did okay to like link up play and try and force something. But again, his final ball isn't really the one, and also I think he had a tough time with Traore, I think, mainly. So I think that doesn't really bode well in terms of his game. In fact, you know what? I'm almost talking myself out of it, but I give him a 5 because I was thinking a 6, but a 5 is about right, I think.
Okay. All right. You lot agreeing with that, yeah? All right, okay.
First half, he got a 2 from me. Second half, he improved it and put it up to 5.
So you got a 5, yeah? All right, in the end. Into midfield.
Hit me. Absolute fucking
No
imposter.
way, hold on a minute. Okay, Andreas Pereira.
Absolute fucking imposter. I don't know where you are. Belgium, Brazilian, you're a fucking imposter. And you know what? You might as well come out with it. What you've got on Woodward and what you've got on Ollie, the tape that you've got to share it with the world. Because that's the only reason why you're playing week in, week out. You must have something on Woodward and Ollie. I'm telling you. What you were doing today was joke. And even the worst thing, right? I'm not exaggerating. You know what he thought? The free kick central, about 25, 30 yards out. And you know what? He picked the ball up, and Bruno's like, pass it to me. And he's like, no. He's walking, putting it. Are you...
How dare you?
You know what? The audacity. The audacity. Are you kidding me? Today, twice or 3 times, you were beating yourself. You weren't beating anyone.
Nuruddin, you're actually talking to him. Like,
If you're seeing this now, seriously, you are an imposter. You are toxic, mate. The moans and groans every time you get the ball, it's unnerving. You can't watch football like that.
Yeah, but we don't want to see him be playing like that. We wanted to turn it around. He's in awful form right now. And look, I'm not trying to say he's an amazing player and he's great, but we don't want to keep seeing him perform in this way.
You know what?
I mean, you want him to turn it around.
You know what? I give him a 2. Do you know why? He got both boots on and he put his kit on to get out and play. That's why he gets it from me. He gets a 2 because he had his kit. He had the proper kit on, proper shin pads, and then he got the socks. He got that right. That's all he did today.
Okay. Does anyone disagree with a 2 for Pereira today?
Yeah, just about 2, mate.
Yeah.
My man was doing stepovers in our box. Stepovers, mate. What are you doing stepovers in the box for? I told you, man, he's got dual nationality for a reason, mate. He's a BTEC Brazilian, yeah, that thinks he's caca when he's not. And that's that, man.
You always say he's a cacker.
I'm telling you, man.
Okay, all right. It's a 2 across the board. For Pereira, you're not harsh, man. Right on to your side, Fred next to him.
Fred, I thought again, man, positive today. I give him a 7 today, man. I thought it was positive. I thought, for me, in the first half, he was giving the ball away a lot, man, because there was people moaning, groaning behind me saying, what's he doing? But at least he's doing something to affect the game, and he's trying to move the ball quicker. And that's how he loses the ball, because I seen a few bad passes from Pereira, and it was almost Fred was trying to rush everything because he was like, people are just making mistakes, so I need to make this ball quicker. I need to move forward. And what the problem is with Fred, yeah, you're never going to see the best of Fred when you've got Luke Shaw tentative on the byline. Daniel James doesn't want to make a forward run. You know what I mean? Martial, who's always coming for the ball. You got all them things that are coming at Fred, and he has to almost think on the spot and think, right, what should I do here? You know what? Let me pass to Bruno Fernandes. Let me see if he can do something. I don't know, man. I thought he was trying his hard to find something. I think it's very difficult when Wolves are playing low block football. I think for what he had to do today, I thought it was a 7 today. But then again, there's no bright spark in there. But yeah, for me, 7.
Do you lot agree with 7 for Fred?
Defensively, he was really good because he helped Shaw out in that first half because Traoré is a handful, mate.
Yeah, and you have to. Do you
I
agree with that?
I think Fred was good, but I give him a 6 because, and not for me, not because of his own playing, but I think Pereira brings his rating down because he's having to almost do 2 jobs at times. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the only reason why I think 7's harsh, because he plays the same good football, but you got a man like Pereira who are dragging your rating down because he's doing, like you said, step overs in his own box.
If I was Fred, I would have chinned him. I swear to God, I would have chinned him.
So Mar's gone with a 6. Aaron, would you go with 6 or 7? 6.
7. I'll go for a 7. Yeah, 7.
Okay. The debut boy, Mr. Fernandes.
Listen, for me, brilliant debut. You could see what he was trying to do. You could just see like the levels of intelligence the guy's got. It's a shame that some of the players on the pitch were not on the same level of intelligence. Like imagine coming in on your debut. There's players that have been there for years and months, and you're telling them what to do. Like it just shows like the leadership qualities that he's got. He wasn't captain at Sporting for no reason. So I'll give him a 7 today because the intent was there. You know, he sacrificed his own qualities to drop down to CDM to get more of the ball, to play more passes, and I really like what I saw today. But I felt sorry for him because he had to do that, and I hope that he's not going to have to do that too many games, because then we lose the qualities that we actually brought him we brought him in for to United. So solid 7 for me, very good.
Do you not agree with that? 7? Yeah. I think with Fernandes, out of frustration and him actually going, ooh, this is crap. Yeah. Like, he started to force the ball a lot, make a few silly decisions, like giving the ball away a little bit, trying the ball over the top too many times and just putting it out to play, which is not great. But, like you said, I thought that's him trying to take ownership and say, I need to make something happen here. Yeah. Consistently speaking to Dan James, come here, get round, go in a channel. Do you know what I mean?
It was multiple times. There was in the second half, like he got the ball, and as soon as he was telling Dan James, like, go. Because the movement off the ball is just, everyone's just static. No one. Yeah.
What he did do well as well, is just like kind of punching it into people very quickly. Like, look in, you have it, come. Come. Very, very, very simple. Just simple stuff, especially the first 15, 20. I was like, yeah, exactly.
Simple for them is not
so a 7 for the debut boy, yeah?
To me, that pass was worth that every penny to be in that stadium. To watch that pass, it's the pass where he made it look so simple outside of the boot. He played quick 1-2, and Dan James made the perfect run for in the whole game. He made one run, and he just punched it into the space right into his feet.
We know that's what type of player we got on our hands. We just have to play to his strengths, don't we? And probably the best shooting moments of the match came from him. You know,
4 shots on target.
There you go. So we all agree with that. Into the forward positions, we'll go right wing. We'll go Dan James.
Non-existent. I mean, you know, obviously filming the fan cams, a couple of people were saying that, you know, he looks burnt out. And
left wing was Dan James, sorry.
Yeah, a couple of people on the fan cams were saying that he looked burnt out. And I don't even really want to give him that much of a compliment, because I think you're giving him too much of an excuse. He's just running into no man's land and not really doing much with the ball. You know, it's all well and good having that kind of pace, but with no like real end product, I just don't see where he really fits into this team as of yet. And then I have to keep, you know, reminding myself that he was bought to be someone who will be worked on and then, you know, brought on maybe 60 minutes, you know, whatever, and be given but he's having to start every game. So, you know, that's a shame for him, because he's not really showing what we want him to develop into. Overall game, I mean, very average. I think I'm doing him a favour by saying a 5, but I'll give him a 5. think I'm doing it. I know I'm doing it.
No, I can see why Miles is saying a flat 5. It probably should be a 4. But I see. Yeah, I would have probably given him a 5 though, just because.
Other players that annoyed me on a much higher on a much higher level.
His end product wasn't there, and he's looking like a one-trick pony. But at the same time, like Miles was saying, it's like, boy, why are we expecting this kid to play with his limitations?
Still, though, you have to look at it at the game. For me, I'll give him a 3. For me, there was one moment in the game where I thought, this is Daniel James. Right now, he looks done out here. There was a ball where he was one-on-one with a player. He could have done it on the byline, but he did it inadvertently into the space where, centre backs could come forward. If he'd have done it on the byline, he would have absolutely dusted him. That just shows where his confidence is at shot right now. For me, I give him a 3 for me.
3, 4, 5.
You know what? One thing I would say about that kid. You know what? One thing I would always say about him, and I will never accuse him of, is that to have the heart to try.
100%. His effort and energy levels are right up there.
But today he had no energy. He had no effort in terms of, because he's got nothing on his legs, and that's why me and you, Miles, totally disagree. This kid is burnt out. He lost his dad before he comes to United. He started out brilliantly, and we've played him like a first team player, right? On a high level he's never played before, and now we're seeing that before our own eyes, a young player gets so burnt out that he is short of confidence because there's lactic in his legs. He can't move. Today, how many times I was sitting next to Saeed and saying to him, take him on, take him on. He's just holding the ball and then wait for Shaw to come.
He's very reluctant, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I do think his playing style, though, I do think he does lack in one-on-one situations. For how fast he is, I don't think one of his attributes is actually juking a man, getting in, drop a step over, and create a half a yard. I think he just has to be into grass. Yeah.
I disagree. Do you know why? In the beginning of the season, he was doing that.
I don't think he was.
Listen, you know the funniest thing. You know what? No, so you know what? Listen, you know what? In the beginning of the season, he was buying so many fouls because as soon as he got the ball
on the counter attack,
he was trying to inject,
and he was just being direct. I just think that's the only thing he possesses.
Listen, no, I understand that, but we've seen him beat a guy on the outside and put some good balls on his left foot. We can't even see any of that because he can't even get himself going. Everything is static. Everything when he gets the ball is static.
Can I just very quickly?
I give him a 4.
Okay, can I just very quickly say with what you're saying? You're right. He can beat a man in a one-on-one race, but can he have the ball here and beat a man? He can't do that. Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's what we're trying to do.
And if we get I don't want to say a proper winger because that sounds a bit disrespectful to Dan James, but if we get a more skillful winger. And I know we keep saying Jadon Sancho, and we're miles off that level. But I'm just saying, someone like that who can juke a man left, juke a man right, and I think be more imaginative with the movement. Because for me, if you're a fantastic winger, you're not only going down the byline, but if you make that run from out to in, across a back four and arc it in, like that's where you had a whole nother dimension. And I think he's young, so we can't expect that from him yet. But those limitations we're seeing in his game is, I think, what's letting him down. But hopefully he can learn on it.
Good wingers are unpredictable.
There you go. And I think with Dan James, I think if the defender's coming up against, go, listen, give yourself 2 yards, you know what I mean? Or maybe, and in fact, actually, no, maybe get a bit tight to him so that he can't run in behind or whatever. Then you kind of nullify Daniel James at the moment. But it's a shame. But we back him, we support him, want him to keep growing. But yeah, Martial.
Martial, mate. Tonight, non-existent tonight. I feel like he will be the scapegoat tonight, but I think for a number of reasons Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not helping him right now. He's absolutely not helping him. There's no runners off the ball. Jimenez, prime example today. How many runners off the ball did he have? Yota, he had Adam Traore. He even had Matili at one point running off him. That is the level we're at right now. Good coaches help strikers. And right now, Martial is not being helped at all. Because at the end of the day, if Wan-Bissaka's the only outlet on the right-hand side, Mata wasn't close to him, and then Daniel James wasn't close to him. There's nothing out there. And Bruno Fernandes, the perfect opportunity would have been today, Bruno Fernandes to tell Bruno Fernandes, get close to him as much as you can. Try help him out. He's saying it in press conferences, but why are you not saying it on the pitch? Where's the coaching? Where's Kieran McKenna? Where's Mike Phelan in his hands in his pockets? Where are you? You need to help Martial. This is not a joke right now. He's our striker right now. Igalo will come.
How are they going to help him control the ball when it's been fizzed into him?
I know. I'm not saying that a great game. That's why I'm giving him the free today. I think he's got a free today because I thought he was poor. For me, what the most frustrating is he keeps coming to the ball. I don't want you coming to the ball. There's no effect. We've got a number 10 for a
because
reason.
He's not that thoroughbred 9 that's like, actually, I'm going to stay within the width of the 18 on the last man and I want to sniff out any goal.
A good number 9.
That's just not his game, is it?
A good number 9 will say, I will stay where I am. A number 9 that's trying to work to a number 9 will say, you know what, I want the ball, I want the wall, I want the attention. That's for me. I think tonight, 3.
3. Aaron, do you agree with that?
Yeah, he didn't have his best game today. But based on what Said said, I'll give him a 4 because, like I said, today he was missing his partner in crime, Rashford. And it's a fact that when both of them play together, they perform better. Yeah.
Well, on this, and I said it in the fan cams. I think it was in the group one or something. I was like, are we giving? I said it to you actually in your fan cam. I was like, are we kind of giving free passes out to the likes of Rashford because he can only function with this player, or the likes of Martial because he can only function with this player? If we're saying these players are very good players, should we not expect to see something from them individually? But I get it. In our system, it's difficult.
But I agree with you tonight. He was not good, and his confidence went down a bit as well. As soon as he lost the ball, you could hear the moans and groans, and that just a lot of times, and that probably brought his confidence down even more. And by the end of the game, it was just low. Yeah, done.
One matter.
I thought was a brilliant spark today. I thought at times he tried to create. He had the best shot that just went past the post. He was trying to get involved where he can. Obviously, it's not his fault. He hasn't got the pace or the.
He's never going to run in behind, is he? That's not
man's
game.
behind, but what he did, and that's why it was the most frustration. That's why I'm frustrated with Ollie, because at that moment in the game, he's been in the game. He's tried to create things. We're putting the pressure on. It's Stretford End. We're knocking on the door. And Ollie takes him off and brings Lingard on in that moment. That to me, when I was just like, Ollie, you've lost me. You've lost me. Because Mata was there, probing, tried to play, have an understanding. You can see straight away with Bruno, the way they were playing that one-touch football, to keep the ball moving, keep the ball moving. And today,
and it was so late.
Listen,
well, like,
and this is what
Why'd you do that?
You know what? This is what hurts me. This is what hurts me.
Well, we ain't gone to Ollie's rating yet, but yeah.
But I can't wait for that. I can't wait to get that. And Mata, you know what? I'll give him a 7 because you know what? He was trying. And if anybody could score today, honestly, I was thinking it's gonna come from him because he's got that little clever movement. And at times he was there, keeping the ball ticking. Try to talk to Dan James as well and Martial, saying, give it to feet, and he had a couple of efforts. So
it's true. The biggest thing for me is I feel like now is like I literally look at that team now, and I'm like, I don't know where our next goal is going to come from. I can't see Martial going on a run. I can't see Martial getting shot after shot where he's working the keeper, because we're not creating like that. Mason Greenwood's in and out, difficult for him. When I look at the team, Matta's not going to get you loads of goals. We got an isolated goal against Wolves the other time, and then set up 2 against. Like I'm looking at it. Who's going to hit the ground running right now? Maybe a Garlo. Anyway, the substitutes. Mason Greenwood, flat 5. Lingard and Dalot. I mean, you could give Dalot less than a 5 because he should have scored. Non-applicable. They had 3.5 minutes.
Not applicable tonight.
Yeah.
Man just ghosted, bro.
Nah, it's not his side. He wasn't on long enough.
But he ghosted.
You're scapegoat. No, that's an agenda.
When he came on,
That's an agenda.
No, it's not agenda.
No.
When he came on, he ghosted.
No.
So that's what I'm saying.
They came on with 2. They had 2.5 minutes.
It's not applicable.
Yeah, but you're saying it's not applicable because of the time. It's not applicable. But he's trying to go into that whole. What did Lingard do?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying not applicable. He didn't do anything.
No, so he's trying to say basically less than 0.
No, I'm not saying not 0. I'm saying there's no. We can't rate him because he never did anything.
I'm saying that, but I'm saying that because of the time he was on the pitch.
Yeah, sure.
Not because Lingard come on was crap.
No, I'm saying he was ghosted. I said I didn't see anything what he did. There was nothing there.
He had 2 minutes.
He had 2 minutes. That's what I'm saying to you. So I'm not trying to.
He's kind of saying both.
no,
He's saying both, but he doesn't realise he's saying
mate.
both.
You're dilly-dallying.
Okay, right. Aaron, Solskjaer's rating.
3. 3. You can't be. What annoys me about Solskjaer is, yes, the squad is thin, but you keep rewarding players for being mediocre, man. How many games has Pereira consistently been awful? And he keeps getting picked time and time again. If I'm
But this is what he dropped him against Man City. He starts Lingard. Lingard has a shocker, and because we ain't got no squad, he has to then go back to Pereira. Yeah. Pereira has a shocker. So look, do you see what I'm saying? So I do hear that they're both just really bad right now.
Do you know what makes it worse? If I'm a professional footballer and I put in an absolute crap performance and I'm in that dressing room, head in my hands, just ashamed of myself. And I go on Twitter or social media and I see my manager just going, oh, do you know what, Aaron was fantastic today. I'm going to be like, what? Hold on a minute. So next game I can be shit, but then the game after that I'll be picked. So I'm good. Yeah. So that's what's happening at the moment.
Free for you.
Free.
What are you giving him?
0, mate. 0. Wrong team. Brandon Williams should have played today. Wrong formation, wrong style of play, wrong tactics. Wrong subs. Mate, he's a joke, mate. I want Pochettino in now, mate. I want Pochettino right now.
You're really sold on this Pochettino
Listen, mate,
thing,
we've got 2 weeks of transfer window. These men are going to go on holiday, yeah? Like it's Love Island. You know what I mean? Taking selfies and all that. I want Pochettino to come in. Like they sacked him, yeah? And brought Mourinho in. I want Pochettino in right now, mate.
Never going to happen, so.
Well, it will do.
Well, it will do. He's giving him a 0. What are you giving him?
In your bloody dreams, Saeed, do you think Pochettino would want to get near this toxic club? Do you think he's going to think, I'm going to come off holiday and not have that 11 million pounds that he's got from Tottenham to spend on his luxury lifestyle? He's going to think, you know what I'm going to do? Go to that toxic FC, mate. That banter FC and be laughed at. You're a absolute, you're in dreamland, mate.
What rating are you giving Ollie?
Ollie gets a 1 from me today. Purely, not even anything else, because of that substitution. You get a 1. And I'm being generous. I'm being generous.
So if we'd have won and he made that substitution, what would you give? If the lot scored that header, what?
Bro, even that would never. There was nothing that would paper over that cracks today. That substitution for me, Chong is sitting, and we can all see that James is burnt out. Chong is sitting on the bench. You said to me, I bought into this. It's all about youth. We've got these youth players. We've let these guys go, but we've got the youth. Where is this youth gonna play? Where is Chongi is there. When you played James on the right-hand side, Chongi is there.
So what happens when Chong comes on and has been playing how Chong's kind of been playing?
Listen,
and
bro, but
and
he's
then
not
people go,
out.
oh, he's not that good.
But bro, he's not burnt out. Bro, he's not burnt out, bro. He's not burnt out. At least one thing about that kid, he's not burnt out, and he maybe can come inside on his left foot and at least go down, make a bit of runs, can do that. At least he's not burnt out. There's people walking there today, but that substitution for me killed it. Okay. Killed it.
1, 0, 3.
It's funny because I'm giving it 2.
You just had to.
I had to. A couple of things. Players still aren't moving. Like they're waiting for the ball to get to their feet, and then all of a sudden they're on their toes. I hate that. That's not how you play football. Martial should have been told halfway through the game that, okay, look, come in to receive the ball doesn't work. So maybe try running in behind, because there were spaces in behind. Little things like that where I feel like you can adapt halfway through a game, halfway through a half, that we're not doing. We're doing the same thing throughout. Wolves are giving us the ball, and then when we're unable to create. Again, we're a counter-attacking team. There's no plan B. I might have given him a 3, but he goes to a 2 because I'm filming the fan cams, and then I go on Twitter, and then I hear him after the match saying about the groundsman. The groundsman must have done a job on us because the goal must have been moved. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 2 feet because, and then I was tweeting like, what the hell is this? Someone tweeted me like, oh, you know, he's a joker. Don't you know that he's just making a joke? Brother, we're 6th. What's funny about being 6th? How is that a time to make a joke, like, you know, things like that? Every week you come up with a stupid comment. So I just don't understand what he's doing with this team, man. I give him a 2.
Okay, there you have it. That's the end of the player ratings. Very contrasting, but we can all agree that there's a lot of low ones for the correct reasons as well. How fine or how big those margins are, you lot decide. Drop your views in the comments in the boxes below, and we will see you guys after a nice little winter break. Rest up. Don't watch football for a bit. Just chill. Yeah, let Igalo come. Coronavirus free, you know what I mean? Train up, we need him, yeah? And we'll see him at Chelsea, masterclass, Igalo and Bruno incoming.
Ollie saved Fletch today because he didn't have to forget about Williams.
Yeah, exactly. Should have forgot about Jordan. Peace. Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos, and if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.